Hello to the internet. Hello to the internet. Yep, that's the thing. Singing the internet song again. Oh, what's going on, whoever's here? A couple of you here. Paul's here. Paul's here. What up? What's going on? Today I have my friend Fernando. My friend Fernando is here, as well as my friend Caitlin. Gretchen's here. Steve's here. Jeremy's here. How you doing? What's going on, peeps? Oh, what's happening? Do some hanging out on the internet. Dylan's here. Eric's here. Is it Dylan or Delan? I don't know. I'm going to be on his show. Eric's here. Eric Habakabaka from down under. Freaking hot today. Where are you, Jeremy? Are you? Oh, you're the one that's in Arizona, right by Nevada. It's probably hot. Seems like it would be hot. Amy F. Ah, that's my friend Amy, I think. From just over there. I don't actually know where she lives in town, but she lives in town. Delan. Duh. All right, we'll figure it out. Working on a camera system for the motorcycle. You were working on that last week, okay? Come on. You're in Vegas. 105. That's pretty hot. 41 is uncomfortable. Yep. But at least it's a dry heat, as they say. It's still hot. I don't care. They're the perfect time of year here for me. It's like it pushes the bottom of 20 and then gets down to like 8, 9, 7 at night. That's my favorite time of year is now and like end of September. They're perfect. Had to stop last week to do other stuff. Got it hooked up to my computer and getting everything working. Oh, God. It's like me in the shop stool. 82F in Plano, Texas. So that's like 30? I don't know. Not great at the translation between the dummy degrees in the States and the proper degrees that the rest of the world uses. I mean, what even is a Fahrenheit? 27? I was close. Like, it even has a stupid name. Michelle from coastal Alabama, where the heat is never dry. But at least it's also... I could have come up with something probably, but I didn't. Wait, is Alabama has a coast? Where's Alabama? Where Alabama has a coast? Hold on. In my head, I'm doing the map again. Are you sure? Oh, here's Paul doing the chat GPT. Fahrenheit is a temperature scale based on 32 degrees for freezing point, which obviously, why wouldn't you pick 32 degrees of water, and 212 degrees for the boiling point of water? Well, because that makes total sense. Why would you pick, why wouldn't you pick 32 and 212? And then dividing it up into 180 equal parts. Why wouldn't you do that? That just seems perfectly logical. Was developed by the 18th century physicist Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. It's probably Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit or something, who initially set 0 Fahrenheit at freezing point of a brine mixture, because that's probably what you should do. You should base your scale on like a brine that this guy comes up with, like a certain level of saltiness. When that freezes, that should be your 0. Because why would you not? Yeah, obviously you should make your standard of measurement based on like this scientist's brine as being one measure, and then divide it in 180. Bama has a small coast on the Gulf. Where? I'm like, does it have like one of those stupid little things like Texas has out the one side where it just goes down and just touches? You guys you have a couple of those stupid things where it's like, you know what? We're going to draw the line. It'll go right along the river. That'll be the border. And then you know what we'll do? We'll just jog out this way for a little bit and go around in a square and then come back. Because that's Frank's farm, and we got to go around Frank's farm or whatever. Like, trying to think, we probably have a couple of those stupid things in Canada too. Like Saskatchewan is like perfect along the like longitudes, and then Alberta, it's like the middle of the mountain range, and BC, and then like it's geographic definitions. There's probably a stupid one somewhere that like doesn't make sense, but I think all of them are either longitudinally according to measurements on the planet or actual physical features on the landscape. Enjoyed today's video. Many projects and all of them are awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, just cutting spoons out of pieces of wood. That's not like, I mean, it's cool, but Gulf Shores and Orange Beach are 2 towns on an island all the way south in Alabama. Paradise. Tim Mallet. Tim's here? Oh, I gotta go to live chat. I think I'm missing people. Big picture thinking. Oh, don't. I almost banned you. Today's video. A little ding-a-ling on the southern end of the state. Yeah, it's got a little. Okay. I believe you. It doesn't feel like all of you are lying. So paint cabinet thing. Can't wait to see the inside. It's the inside looks like a plywood box. It's right. It's just a big plywood box. But basically, I'm making a giant miter box reinforced with dowels, and then I'm going to cut the lid off it the same way I would do on a normal mitered box. And then I'm going to put a hinge on it, and then I'm going to put some magnets on it, and then I'm going to hang it sideways on the wall. Daddy and Griffiths, calm it down. Not sure what's going on. All right. Bye. Fire your moderators. Yeah, like he hasn't shown up yet. I gotta do more work. Here we go. Bye. I think all of us regulars need to be a mod. Here we go, Tim. You signed up. Now you're an employee. You shouldn't have volunteered for that. You don't even know what you're in for now. Tim got a wrench. Yep. There he is. There he is. He's blue now. F came before C. I mean, forgive its inadequacies, but that doesn't mean that you can't, just because you're doing something, if there's a better way to do it that way instead. Like, doesn't make sense to keep measuring things with a stupid system when there's a better one. I'm not an employee, I'm an investor. You're like, yeah. All right. Tim, do your thing, my man. He's putting you to work already. Look at that. Tim, you paying attention? Nope, it's a different button. You gotta get rid of the person himself, not the message. He's deleting the messages, but he's not deleting the person. Trying to figure out what to do. You click on the person, and then you hold your button on them, and then you go hide user from channel. I like that though. I like that. We're doing training today. We're training the new guy. Okay, so you guys bear with. Okay, he hasn't gone to the training session hosted by Chris Vanell. Can you imagine if I had made people go through like a training session for the employee training is terrible here. Well, to be fair, I didn't realize that tonight I was going to have to train a new employee during the show. Okay. Paul, you want a wrench too? I'll give you a wrench too. I don't care. There's a few of you that I trust. Paul is like, yeah. Has this ever happened before? It's been a while. There have been a few times where we get a random sporadic smattering of just weirdness. Like they're probably not even people. You know what I mean? There we go. Paul's got a wrench. How am I going to afford to pay all these people? All right, Paul, have at her. It's an odd one. Not sure. It may be the theme of tonight's show is just deleting people. Panel, you sent him a meeting invite to the training session? Was it going to be on Zoom? To be fair, maybe that you should schedule that further ahead of time. We didn't know that these people were going to be like employees. Chris is the daddy big wrench. I don't even know. There are 2 levels of wrench. See, Panel, you didn't show up. I had to hire 2 more employees. Like, if you would have showed up on time. Are you free? No, you were in charge of training. I think you've been promoted. You're head of that department. Congratulations. Your remuneration will be adjusted as such. Yet, I'll tell you what, I will double. I'm doubling your wage. $100% pay raise for Panel tonight for becoming the head of the moderating department. Yeah, you guys are catching on. I like it. You guys are trading. Okay, your turn. It does feel like a training session. Like, okay, now next up is Panel to show you how to do it again. And then you can go, and then it'll Tim, Paul. Michelle, do you happen to be related to a 1980s restaurateur in Dallas? It's a very specific question. There's the level we have, and there's another level where you can see more of the back end of the channel. Yeah, there's like super mod or whatever. Let's see, if I go make Panel, I can remove him as a standard moderator. I can put him in timeout. If the box is going horizontal up above the tool wall, that's exactly where it's going. It's going up there sideways with a hinge on one side, and then it opens that way, and then it'll have a couple of magnets. That's it. On a French cleat that hangs up there. And then if I need to, I can take the box down off the wall and use it as a toolbox if I want. Plot twist, this is all Mikey B. There is a 0% chance he would put in that much effort. This is me trying to get Mike to anoint more moderators. Anoint sounds like it should be a dirty word. Doesn't it? Anoint sound like something that... Now my chat doesn't seem to be working. Well, you got a wrench though. Marv's here, using the phrases like the back end of the channel. No, they just those types of accounts. They just like they show up when things are live, and then they do their bot stuff. And I don't even think that they're people. I would like to think that they're not people. I would hope that they're not people. If they are people, their mothers failed at their most important job in life, which was making a decent human being. Sean McGill's here. Oh, you missed all the conundrum. It wasn't a conundrum. You missed all the... There was some messiness. I had to make new moderators. Pinnell got promoted. He's now head of the moderating department. You didn't get fired. Nope, the opposite of that. Commotion would have been better. It's true. Chris normally blocks those bots. I don't know what he does. He takes care of them. He's the one who normally takes care of them, but he didn't bother to show up on time tonight, and so I had to make some new ones. Mel is no longer a moderator. He's the masterator. I don't like that. No. That's absolutely not what we're going to call him. Had a prior engagement with a video game. Was it a prior engagement with a video game? The chat is filled with blue wrenches. Well, yeah, there's there's 20 people. There's only 3 wrenches. Speaking of things that you shouldn't say out loud, Amy Forrest still here? He does that. He does it. Cut him some slack. Yeah, right? I told Amy, was it yesterday? I told Amy that I like creamy nuts, or that I like my nuts creamy, I think is what I said. Yeah. It's just a thing that came out of my mouth. Well, now that sounded terrible too. Whatever. It happens. This show. What a wild time to join. Welcome. Yeah. No, I don't even remember how we got talking about snacks. And she's like, I like the almonds from Costco or something. And I was like, I don't like almonds. I like cashews and peanuts. I like my nuts creamy, I guess, is what I'm saying. And then we looked at each other as we both realized the words that had just been said. And it was fine, but yeah. Did you see your stream last night peaked at 700 viewers at once? What the shit? I don't even think I want that. Is it vertical? Did you do vertical? I don't do. You do vertical lives, and then they go into the shorts feed, and then you get those people. You get the shorts people. You can have your shorts people. I did my job and hit the thumbs up. Atta guy, Marv. It's a reminder to everybody else. There are more of you in here I can see the numbers. There are more of you in here than have hit the button that says that you want to be here. Canada Post still striking about OT. Canada Post, by my understanding, is still in that weird sort of limbo area. They're like, we're not gonna do overtime, and we could step on the line any damn minute. So you just watch yourself. I will send it. I will send the box, because right now, regular mail is happening. Post is happening. So packages are getting where they're going as of right now. But sure as shit, if I send it through, if I take it to the post office on Monday, as soon as I get home from dropping it off, they will give their 48-hour strike notice. And that's... So if you do actual woodworking, you get 600 viewers. No, if you do things vertically, you get viewers. But they suck. Like, a lot of them. Because people who watch shorts and TikToks and stuff, they don't have like a lot of brain capacity. I'm just sort of kidding. Okay? Broke down and ordered more lathe chisels and sanding pads for the Sandmaster. This shit is the Sandmaster. I'll clip that out and make it a short. Yeah, go ahead. The people who watch shorts don't have a lot of. You want me to? I'll do it a couple more times, and then you can get a few copies of it, and you can loop them. And if you want, I can like point at imaginary things, and then you can put words up there that I point at. Well, shitty music plays. You can put some fucking Doja Cat behind and then it'll play Doja Cat, and I'll point at things, and then the words can go up, and then I'll go like, the people who watch shorts they don't have very much happening. See, we've got one. There we go. We made ourselves a TikTok. I'll do a stupid dance, and then we'll call it a day. Hate to say this, but I don't have much brain capacity either. Well, yeah, you do. Be more confident about yourself. Who's Doja Cat? Let me tell you about Doja Cat. I don't know anything about Doja Cat. I just know that the one time I'm pretty good at tuning out the background music places, especially like at work. There's one time I was like, what is this? This cannot be happening in this building right now. I can't deal with whatever this is. And I went over and I found out that it was Doja Cat. That was so bad that I had to actively go and find out who it was so I could never experience that again. It was something else. Here we go. Paul's got you covered. Doja Cat was born Amala Ratnazandili Diamini. What? That's a heck of a name, that is. October 21st, 1995. 1995? Hell, I think I had already been arrested once by then. Is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer. Okay. Doja Cat as a toddler. 1995. They was still riding submarines at that point. You should have gotten in them. Like, probably would have worked out better for you. I think going inside the submarine is better than riding it. Unless it's not going very deep. Were they not going very deep? Were they just the ones at West Edmonton Mall? You could ride those, I think. You just like... I don't understand TikTok. Got a great niece that's making between $4,000 and $5,000 a month doing real bad lip sync videos. I mean, it's fine, but this is a perfect example of like what the people there are not, because that's the thing that makes people money over there. I'm playing Doja Cat. Oh gosh, it's bad. I told you. Like, what do you just don't believe the things that I say? Hopefully Paul had a life vest. I believe he made it through. He came out on the other side okay. Oh, he's putting up YouTube. Don't put links. Paul, I will take away your wrench. Is that the pork chops? Is that pork chops? Because that's Pinnell's joke. Okay. Stephen Carver, how do you keep your chisels sharp? Well, I don't keep them as sharp as I should. Let's be honest. I have diamond plates. I have DMT diamond plates, and I use a Veritas Mark II honing guide and the fine, extra fine diamond plates from DMT. And I lubricate them with Windex. RP, what up, friends? How you doing, my friend? Is it French onion soup? Oh, nice. That's a good one. I make a mean French onion soup. Sharpen my chisels on my rig, on my drill press. I have sharpened turning tools on my rigid oscillating belt sander. I have done that. He uses Rob Cosman's 32 seconds to sharp method. I don't know what that is. I don't think I do, though. I think he's a Shapton guy, isn't he? Is the shop reno all done? Everything where it should be? No is the right answer. Shops are never done. Everything that is in here is where it has a home. But shops are always work in progress. And so nothing is ever permanent. All of the major things are where they need to be. Couple more storage things to still happen. And then the garage sale at my parents' house at the end of summer, where I'm going to just determine what it is that I'm keeping out of all of my... I don't need 3 routers. I don't need 4 routers. I don't need a bunch of the stuff that I have. And then once it's determined what the final paring down of the equipment and tools and everything is, then it will be time to finalize. But everything is functionally back in order. Cosman tells you 3 things while doing a 32-second. Okay. Use the Easy Sharp Drill Press Sharpening System by Taylor Toolworks. You can resharpen a chisel in 20 seconds. And go. Look at Mr. La-Ti-Da over here making his stuff sharp. Shops are like people, Amy. That's exactly what they are. They're works in progress. And as long as they're always trying to get better, as long as you're working on constant improvement, and sometimes they get dirty, and you have to clean them, and sometimes they clutter. You have to declutter. You have to take some time to refocus and recenter, and yeah, I like that. I forget what state the electrical panel door was in the last time I saw it. Yeah, this one. That's the state of the... It still doesn't have finish on it. It's got some stuff in behind it, though. It's got a drawing gear, my sketchbook, a random stick of Douglas fir. Why do we figure that this was back here? It wasn't, maybe it was just holding my Sharpies in? Not sure why this belonged back here, but I'm going to put it back in case I remember. Now we know what that was for. Do you need 5 routers at minimum? No, I don't. Except the garage sale. Just the never complete, work in progress, and functional. As long as you can stay functional. It's a good point. Like, if it gets too cluttered that it can't be functional anymore, then you run into problems, as you do. I sharpened my hunting knife the other day because I could barely clean a fish. How did you sharpen your hunting knife? Do you have a whetstone? You, Marv, you seem like you would be an oil stone kind of fella. Is it Arkansas stones? Is that what they're called? Is it Arkansas? There's a state that oil stones are named after or something. Home insurance person, ignore that last clip. That's not a thing that's covering my electrical panel. You'll remember what the first stick was for when you use it or throw it out. Yeah, I'm going to use it for something. I'm going to be like, oh, I remember I had that chunk of fur, but I have no shortage of, like, I need a stick of fur. I will probably never be like, damn, I wish I had a piece of Douglas fir. Because I have hundreds of board feet of Douglas fir. That is not a thing that I'm ever going to have to be like, oh, I'm out. And if I was ever like, oh, damn, I don't have any more Douglas fir, it wouldn't be, oh, damn, I don't have any more Douglas fir. It'd be like, sweet, I don't have to use Douglas fir anymore. If you stop using the chisels, you don't have to sharpen them. This is a good point. They can just live dull in the cupboard. There are guys with 15 plus routers. They watch TikTok, those guys. A simple combo tool does knives and scissors. Oh, so it's one of the, is it one of those, like, basically like a carbide stick type thing? The term oilstone is not named after any specific state. Paul has Googled or ChatGPT'd. General term used for sharpening stones that can be used with oil, water, or other liquids to improve the sharpening process. Are you talking about the Arkenstone? Maybe I am. I thought maybe I'm not, though. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Tim says he has Arkansas stones, though, so maybe I know a thing. In Scotland, they call Doug fir Oregon pine. That would make sense. They should call it hot garbage, is what they should call it. They should call it firewood. I have 2 large routers and 6 trim routers. I mean, I can see the benefit of the multiple routers, but I haven't used 3 of them in a number of years. It's called the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, the one that Marv has that he does his knife with. It's called the Philosopher's Stone. Gotcha. Arkansas stones are a specific stone. Yeah, well, yeah, they're the ones that they make in Arkansas. Not firewood for a chimney. Yeah, they're a little pitchy, I guess, for fireplaces. You will after I send you the telly templates. What? You use all my routers? I doubt it. Don't tell me what I'm going to do with the templates. You give them to me, they're mine. I can do what I want with them. Still want a huge router for big bits and anything large like workbench joinery. Yeah, it would be nice to have like a big, like 3 horsepower router table rig that could spin big, like shaper bits. Arkansas has diamond fields. Arkansas can suck it. I don't know. Got the blues at a flea market. What? Are we? You got the blue what? Oh, are we still back to Belgian blue Godicule? That sounds fancy. Fir is more stable than pine. It's fine as a wood. It just sucks to work with. It's like Douglas fir is like, it's like concrete marshmallow, concrete marshmallow, concrete marshmallow. And that sucks. Like the early growth, late growth difference in Douglas fir makes it a huge pain in the ass. I've had the same 2 Bosch routers for 10 years, 2.25 horsepower. Burned out the brushes a few times, but I keep some spares in stock. Of course you do. Because you're the type of person that would replace the brushes in a router. Sharpens his carbide tip turning tools and spend more time on machine repairs or using the machines. Exactly. Build a ton of tellies out of pine and it gums up my sander really bad. I imagine it would. Doug fir isn't a fir, it's a pseudo fir. Doug fir, again, can go straight to Arkansas. I don't know. For some reason today, I'm picking on Arkansas. Look out, Arkansas. Better than Southern pine? I've heard fantastic things about Southern yellow pine as a wood to work with. I've heard it's fantastic to work. Matt, you worked for Bosch? I don't remember that. Whoops. Their jigsaw is okay. I have a Bosch router too. Bosch is one of my routers. I don't care for the sander that I bought from them though. Arkansas is pick worthy. Arkansas is nothing worthy. I have no issue with Arkansas. Did you listen to the latest lumber industry update? Not yet. I did see that it's about Douglas fir though, and me and Shannon are gonna have a fisticuffs. We're gonna go old timey fisticuffs. Me and Shannon. He's gonna win too because he's all healthy and shit now. But like, Doug fir is a conifer. Oh, it is that. It is a conifer. You could even say it is coniferous. And it's also shit. It's also just an absolute terrible wood. And it's unfortunate that it is everywhere here. I could go out, I could take down a Douglas fir tree just over there. Nobody would even notice. I could bring it home and I could chop it up into wood, and then I could have a terrible time making things out of it because it sucks. Bosch is on everything in our building, but technically they sold this branch, then rebought them. Weird partnership setup. Okay. My son just let do you want to go check on him? Did he get caught in the corner cabinet because you rigged it to do something? Craftsman made a router bit sharpener many years ago. Again, just buy a new one. Or send it to somebody to do it or something. He's visiting his grandma downstairs and she's watching a horror movie. Oh, okay. That's fun. Do you have a chainsaw now, Mike? I do. I've had a chainsaw for a couple of years. I haven't really used it. Mikey B used it one day when we were hacking up blackberries in the backyard. I did an unboxing when I got it. I did an unboxing video, started it. And then we went out and we hacked up a bunch of blackberries, and now it needs to be sort of cleaned up and refreshed. And then we're going to hack up a couple of maple slabs out beside the house with it, and then talk about whether it's any good. It's electric. It's not even, it's like a plug-in dealie. Pine is my biggest selling telly body guitar. Is it also your cheapest? Because that may have an impact. Like, if people are just gonna like paint them anyway, probably just buying the cheap ones, maybe. I work for Syntagon Packing Technology. You pack them technologies. Wait. An ex-subsidiary of Bosch that is now a partner. Okay. Man, corporate. Yeah. Capitalism. I was trying to figure out how to send an invoice to a corporate nonsense the other day. Like, I cannot figure out who to bill. Because, like, do I bill it to these guys, or do I bill it to the company that owns those guys, or the company that owns the guys that owns the guys? Or, like... That black metal circle with the straight side and some kind of pivot and clamp. What? What are we even talking about? Pearson's company sounds like a CIA front. Well, they pack technologies. So look out. If you need a technology packed, go talk to Matt. Next time, I know where to go the next time I need to pack a technology. Bill the people that got the merch. No. That's not, because you can't do that, because they're not the company that pays the bills for themselves. They are a subsidiary of and a subsidiary of. We have to bill ourselves all the time. Yeah, different departments gets billed. Yeah, right? Well, this one, I mean, it's not my business, so I shouldn't share specifics. But I will. No. We sold a bunch of art kits to a mine. And for them to it's like a fly in, fly out kind of like remote mine. And they have recreation budget to keep their employees from going crazy, right? So they buy in a bunch of art kits. And so there's the mine, and then there's the company that owns the mine, and then there's the company that owns the company that owns the mine. And then it's like these guys are owned by these guys who have bought and then bought these guys and then created a new corporate something or other. And I'm like trying to figure out, like, I can't bill Martha, the secretary who sent us the purchase order. In the middle of trying to figure out who to bill, the companies all get sold to other companies. See, right? You're like, oh, now am I billing like Chevron? Like, would Syntagon has seamless processes, innovative technologies. Oh, here we go. Sustainable solutions combined with a comprehensive service portfolio. Yes, they absolutely do. The seamless technology packing. Checked Marf's checking out the Waldrop Guitars website. Reclaimed wood. Yeah, he uses leftover barrels from things and just the garbage tree that fell across the street. And unfortunately, they're all shaped like fucking Telecasters. Our friend Amy Forrest that was here for a bit. I don't know if she still is. She makes things out of wood too. Sort of. She incorporates wood into some of her things. She makes fancy, she makes jewelry, but she also makes like funky little statues that have like sparkly bits, and then she incorporates like interesting pieces of driftwood and stuff into them. Like, have you eaten? I have sort of eaten. I did, we ordered pizza at the shop. So I still have a pizza. And I did eat a fair bit of pizza not that long ago. So that's why I'm not currently eating. Yeah, Gretchen takes care of me. She checks in on my nutrition. I appreciate it. You make piles out of wood. Yeah, I'm gonna make a pile out of your face in a second. Send it straight to Arkansas. You guys are gonna be like, "Shut up! Arkansas has a coast." Alabama has a coast. Come on. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. Did you top up your earrings, by the way? Nadia was very confused. She's like, when she came in, did she put more earrings up here? Because I thought we had empty spots. And I was like, I didn't see her do that. I don't think she did. She usually tells me if she's gonna. And I think I saw when she just first came in the door, I think I caught her, and I didn't see her put any earrings up on the thing. Gulf Shores, Alabama is on the coast. I mean, I do believe you guys, but come on. And Gulf Shores sounds like a place that it would be in Alabama, doesn't it? People from Arkansas couldn't spell coast. Well, they could spell it wrong. Come on, Marv. Like, they could. Shores. Yeah. It was funny, though. No, I didn't, but I will. See, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't think she did, but there wasn't empty spaces. So maybe some of them had been like doubled up, and then when the empty spaces opened up, they got undoubled or something, and that's what happened, because she was like, I'm sure there were empty spaces, because I was going to message her and get her to bring more earrings. But I didn't, and now there's no empty spaces. Gulf Shores is basically a wart on the southern tip of Alabama. This sounds correct. The Gulf Shores, Alabama, is a wart on the tip. That sounds like you need some nut cream for your Gulf Shores. Yeah, that's a thing that I said. I think you can get it at Costco. Maybe I'd get a giant tub of it at Costco. Yeah, that's what'll happen. You cash in your goat tokens for nut cream. That's what you do. You trade your goats for goat tokens, as you do. You go to Costco. You get your jug, your 4-liter jug, or for you Americans, gallon, which is like 3.7 liters. You get your gallon of nut. Get your gallon. Okay. You get your goat tokens, you go to Costco, you trade your goat tokens for your 4-liter jug of nut cream, and you put it on your ocean sores or whatever. Gulf Shores, Alabama. Your Alabama Gulf Shores. That's what you do. Wow. Hey, everybody, I'm new. Uh-oh. Pine and Oak Woodworks. Welcome. Sometimes this show, yeah. You picked an awkward time to join. It's true. Hope you're not from Arkansas. Um, oh, wow. Okay. Nut cream really improves working with wood. Well, I mean, depending on your definition of improvement, you know. I'm from Georgia. Well, we established a while back that Georgia is at least worth existing because it's where the Augusta National Golf Club is. So at least, you got that. Posted a few photos of my chair on the Reddit. Hey, sweet. The chair that took you like... I shouldn't talk. I should not talk about how long furniture takes to build. That's the one that you were worried because you were going to go take a class, but then you had to pre-make a bunch of parts. You weren't sure if you were going to be able to get to. You got that right. I'm a golfer. How do we get to it on Reddit? There's a link in the video description of this thing, this show that you're watching right now, and it says something stupid like, "Oh, I also have a Reddit thing," or whatever, and there's a link there. Took 2 weekends. Well, that's not too bad. 2 weeks of turning beforehand. Some Gulf Shores stories for sure. But do you have any Gulf Shores stories? That's what we want to hear. Nope. My friend is flying across the country to Vermont to take a class on making a chair. Wow. Who is your friend taking the class with in Vermont? So I was at the Gulf, and then right at the tip. So I went down to Alabama. I was watching a football game, and the next thing you know, I'm down at the tip, getting the Gulf sores. Some chair guy. Oh, nice. Good investment. Is it Brian Boggs? Is he in Vermont? I'm trying to think of a chair maker in Vermont. Is it chair maker in Vermont teaches classes? Peter Galbert? Good point, Matt. I forget his name. Windsor chair maker guy up in that region. There's a Windsor chair maker up that way that runs classes. Tim Mellon going to start blocking regulars. Oh, what? The wrench is being taken seriously. I can take it away. What's going on here? Small woodlot. We're talking about making things out of wood, and also, I don't want to tell you the other things. If you missed them, you're welcome. Yeah, we just have fun. We talk about making stuff and whatever else happens to. Eric Canizaro. I don't know that name. It's not Matthias. Fuck that guy. New to your channel? Well, there you go. Welcome. Sometimes it gets weird, but as long as you're okay with that, it gets weird in the fun way. But Eric Kerrigan, I don't know that name. That's okay. I don't know. Obviously, I can't know all of the furniture instructors. Sweet, though. I bet it'll be fun. I'm a semi-regular and will toe the line. You watch it. There's 3 wrenches now. So you got to make sure that you don't piss off any. Like, it's not just Pinnell anymore. Saturday Night Live shows are mostly a free-for-all for fun. Free-for-all of fun. Yeah, hopefully. The whole idea is that they're supposed to be fun. Try not to get any Gulf sores on your tip. When you're down in Alabama. Oh, I knocked over Caitlin. We'll always have a soft spot for the OG mod, Chris Pinnell. Well, if he would have done his damn job properly, we wouldn't need all these other ones. First, we trade the livestock. Yep, we trade the chickens for the goats, and then you get your goat tokens, and then you take them to Costco. Got upgraded tonight. That's right. There was a couple of strange individuals who showed up, and I needed some help to deal with them. Because I'm lazy. You'd watch Chris do stand-up? He's not funny. All right, Caitlin. Bill, you got 50 goats for sale? I'll trade you 1 jug of nut cream. Nope. I gotta stop. I gotta back off that joke. I'm gonna have myself one of my dirty cigarettes. Barter system in full effect. Who was it last week that I was like trading a golf visor for a spoon? I don't even remember his name, and now it's like a thing that I have on my board. Why do Coke bottles have names now? I don't really know. I think it's like a marketing thing where they're like, share a Coke with your friend or something. And you're supposed to like find your friend's name and then you go and you give them the Coke or something. I don't really know. Take your 50 goats in trade for 25 bales of hay and 1 noisy rooster. I don't even know if that's an even trade. Signing off. All right, bye, Amy. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for coming by. Took 3 of them to the livestock auction and got a fair price. Sweet. Yeah, they've had names for many years now, but it's like a periodic thing, isn't it? Like isn't it, or like, oh, the names are back? Yeah, see, share a Coke with Caitlin. So you're supposed to like, I don't know, wander the streets aimlessly and like ask everybody if they're Caitlin and like give them the Coke, I guess. I don't know. Paul's got the answer from ChatGPT. Coca-Cola has reintroduced personalized names on its bottles and cans. The Share a Coke campaign, which was launched in 2011, since it was rolled out to okay. Or so yeah, Keeltron's good point. You pretend that you have names or that you have friends. This is I'm hanging out with my friend Caitlin, so that when somebody messages you, you have an excuse to not go to whatever the thing is that they're inviting you to. You'd be like, "Oh, I can't. I'm hanging out with my friend Caitlin tonight," and they go, "Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have fun." And you're like, That's why they give you an excuse to not have to go to the thing that you're getting invited to. I work in IT and help people fix computers. Okay. Should get you on the line and would see if you can make my Mac more efficient because it is a. I don't know enough about computers. I'm sure I've done something, but it probably also just kind of sucks. And like I ask more of it than it's capable of. But there's probably some efficiencies that can be gained that I just don't know about. I think I'm going to boycott Coke. I'll make my mother-in-law drink 7 Up. Ugh. Why would you do that? Pepsi is Pepsi is a garbage company that sucks too. Pepsi is like the Gulf Soars of cola products. Pepsi is the Gulf Soars of cola products. I like that. You can remote my Mac and fix it. We should make that happen one day. Because I'm sure that there's some efficiencies that can be gained. And it is a frustrating beast sometimes when it just starts chugging away and I'm like I want to go to bed but I got to wait for my video to export from the stupid software to then upload it to YouTube and it's just like what I should do. Actually, what I should do is I should just pull myself up by my bootstraps and buy and make more money so I can buy a better computer. That's a thing that you can do, isn't it? Coke sales. I like that. I like that misuse. In China, went way down when Coke had the motto "Coke brings you to life." Coke brings you life. Chinese translation was "Coke brings your ancestors to life." That would be weird. Never thought you'd boycott Coke because it dislike Pepsi, but you have other. Everybody can have their reasons for whatever. Hit me up in Facebook. I'll help you out sometime. Okay, we'll get it figured out. Sometime when I have an extra, however long that's going to take. My Mac just needs cheese. It needs to be better. I'm sure that I've just like done not enough maintenance to it over the years that it's just kind of like slipped into the not gonna work quite right phase of its life. And I don't know enough about computers to know what I've done or what to do to fix it. I know once I start getting too many things open, it gets mad at me. What Mac do you have? Looks like about a 2015. No, it was new in 21. Nope, it was new in 20. I bought it for my birthday in August of 2020. But it was like, give me the cheapest Mac you have type purchase. Mike Dunbar, yep. Chairmaker, we did not mention. Jim Van Hoven is my teacher. None of those are the guys that I was thinking of. David Douillard was the guy that I was thinking of. Took way too long. That took too long. I'll look him up. I only know him from like fine woodworking. He's been like a podcast guest a few times. I've seen his work a few times. I don't know that much about him, but I know he does classes up there in the Northeast someplace. And he's in fine woodworking, so. He's a Windsor guy, I think. It probably has 8 gigabytes of, yep, I think so. It would be a bottleneck issue. I told you, I was like, that's not the one I wanted, it's the one they had. And it was my birthday, and I wanted to buy one. So I did. And that was the one they had, so that's the one that I bought. And I was like, it'll be fine. It's a brand new Mac, it'll be fine. Not really. I mean, it was okay, but I ask a lot of a computer. I mean, not as much as some people, but I would like to be able to ask more of it. All right, later, Paul. We'll talk about my computer sometime. Yeah, we'll touch base. Thanks again for the bearings. I'll get to that one of these days. Oh, what else should we talk about? Gretchen, you get that cabinet fixed? Did you play the prank on the husband and with the glue and the whatever? Food today? No food today. I got a pizza, but I don't have a Mike's never had this food before. I was busy all week. I didn't get a chance to go looking for a Mike's never had this food before. I got to get a new belt for my oscillating, so I can finish up all the spoons and spatulas and things. This is my new favorite spatula. This cherry guy is gonna be awesome. I think this one I'm keeping for the shop for the nutritionalization station. It's comfy and it's good size, nice angle, comfy in my hand. Like I like it. What is the machine? What is what machine? Applause here. David's chairs are amazing too. Great historic Windsors and ladderbacks. Yeah, I told you. And/or for a topic, I am not far enough into it to be able to comment yet. But it's good. The computer is a Mac, a 2020-ish Mac that isn't good enough. I had to tell my son because he will have a mental breakdown. I see that backsies, Marv. I see. Hope to get it set up tomorrow or Monday. Try to film it so I can email it to you. Yeah. No spoilers. I don't want to. I can't really spoilers. Did you watch season 1? I'm only 3 episodes into season 2. 3, 4. I mean, it's a good show. I will say that. It is a good show. You made a typo and you didn't want me to make fun of you? Is that what happened? You made a typo and you didn't want me to make fun of you? Andor's really good this season, but it's been canceled. Did they're going to stop after 2? Maybe that's all it needs. I don't know. I haven't gotten to the end of season 2 yet. I think Mandalorian could have probably ended a season early. It was okay, but I unsubscribed from most things to focus on photography, then got back into fishing, only taking my camera out 3 times this month. I tell people that all the time. Like, I can't find anything else that I like because I already have too many things that I like to do and not enough time to do them. So I can't try any new things that I think I might like, because if I find out that I like them, what else do I not do that I already know I like? I already don't take my camera out enough. I already don't paint enough. I already don't draw enough. I already don't make enough music. I already don't, I was interrupted. We're talking about Andor. I don't golf enough. It's a good point, Marv. I don't golf enough. Been looking at 20-year-old full-size conversion vans, like as a project. I don't have any interest in that, but I can see why some people would. It would be a thing, again, another one of those things that's like, oh, I'm going to get into this now. Just setting up my wood shop. I have a 1939 wood lathe, 1953 Delta bandsaw, cabinet saw, mortise machine, drill press, and a surface planer in an 8x12 shed. Wow. You're kind of good at that. I'm okay at it. I'm not great on the greens. I can get to a green pretty quickly, but My putting is just atrocious. Hey, no, just spoilers. I'm trying to block that out. It's an old lathe. Hope you make many nice things. I also hope that he makes many nice things. These two hand planes were both made in approximately 1888. Old tools are cool. Certain vintages of certain old tools are cool. If you know Rogue One exists. Yeah, I know. Rogue One, I've said for years that Rogue One is easily the best of the Star Warses in terms of the films. Rogue One is like at the top, and then there's a fairly significant gap until the next one. Just checking in on sobriety. I'm okay. I'm good. Like I said in the video that I put out today that like I don't even really think about it anymore. I slipped on election night on the April 28th. I did some drinking. So it's over a month again, and I didn't even think about it in May. It just didn't even cross my mind. So I'm in a good place right now in terms of my relationship with alcohol. Spell checker again. Oh, you and your sores. Knew you could do the sobriety. I didn't. Keep pushing. I slipped a few times. 8 years sober now. Yeah, I don't know what the future of my relationship with alcohol looks like, and I'm not going to pretend that I do know. But I know that if I want to be the best person that I can be, it does not involve drinking copious amounts of alcohol. And I also know that my relationship with alcohol is such that I cannot drink any alcohol unless I am prepared to drink copious amounts of alcohol. So if I have one, I'm going to have 15. And if I have 15, I can't be the best person that I can be. So that's where I'm at. I have a 1960s fly rod I'd like restored. I don't think it's worth the effort now. Old things are great. You have old ass golf clubs too that hang in a fancy box. In case anybody doesn't know, Marv has a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff original videoed project. He is one of the few people other than me who has a piece that I made by hand and recorded a video of the making of it. Mopani wood has a Janka hardness 3390 bounce. 3390 is a fair number. That's a lot of Jankas. think about your sobriety. You think about my sobriety? I think you should replace drinking with a dangerous addiction to Veritas tools. I don't know that I should. I feel like that would be more expensive. But I think I already kind of have a dangerous addiction to Veritas tools. So I don't think it's dangerous. I don't have an addiction. Shut up. I can quit anytime I want. I only need like all of the rest of them. I don't have that many. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is technically not a Veritas. That is technically not mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up the little mini ones up there. 8. There's one over there that's not open yet. 9. $10, $11, $12. $13. Marking gauge, 14. $14 Veritas tools. I think. I will soon be 3/4 of a century old. That's a lot of years, Grandpa. Hopefully I get there one day too. It's something about simplicity of them. Working with them is great. Yeah. Shame that all that is inside cabinets. Quite impressive when it's open. Well, yeah, but it keeps the dust off them and stuff. I do have a Veritas spoke shave. That was one of that. That was that one. That's the spoke shave. It's one of the 14. 13? Low angle jack, low angle smoother, DX60, apron plane. The 3 rabbit mini planes. Spoke shave, cabinet scraper that I haven't opened yet, still. Marking gauge, mini square, 2 dovetail saws and a carcass saw. Nope. 2 carcass saws and a dovetail saw. 14 Veritas tools, I think. That's not terrible. That's not like I should stop. That's just getting started. Well on my way to owning everything they make. What does well on your way mean? Like, are we talking, I got 14. What do you got, like 30? I have more than one screwdriver. Kapla, you have more than one screwdriver? I also have more than one screwdriver. I don't have any Veritas screwdrivers. Got to roll. Thanks for the fun. All right, later, man. Keep looking at the drawing bows. Expensive for what? Yeah, they're probably good. What's the Veritas box on the shelf behind me? Oh, that little guy. Not mine. That is Tyler Peterson's small router plane. So, not mine. Same with the shoulder plane. That's my buddy Brad's. I have all their planes except a few. Well, I have all their planes except a few. And none of the customs. So you have many of their planes. Would have been an easier way to say that. I have all their planes except for some of them. I also have all their planes except for some of them. Saturday night is not the best for me. Just stop by to say hi. All right. Later, man. Thanks for coming. Good to see you again. I have all the Stanley tools except the ones I don't have. Yes, I'm the same way with Stanley. I'm the same way with Veritas. I have all the Lee Nielsen tools except for the ones that I don't. I have none. I don't think I have a single Lee Nielsen tool. I have a bad axe. Vlick! What's going on, my friend? You missed some fun. It's been an interesting show. Gretchen has everything except for most things. That's a true statement. Can't take heights, so I don't have any planes. Oh! Is that your, like, parting shot? Like, on your way out? I'm just gonna, real quick. I have old Stanley planes and a few homemade ones, mid to late 1800s. Yeah, I got two 1888s-ish. Tim, did you ever type the 5.5 that is currently at your house? Did I ask you to type it? Because I should have, if I didn't. I have like 20 planes from them. All the joinery planes, all 4 shoulder planes, router plane, box making, small combination, groove. Do you have the shooting plane? Do you have the Veritas shooting plane? Do you have the 7? All right, later, Keel. Do you have the left and right skew block planes? I would like to have those. I don't know why. I think they're neat. Do you have the spill plane? Do you have the Veritas spill plane? Does Veritas make a spill plane? It's like, we have electricity, so there's no need for this at all. We have barbecue lighters, so we don't need spill planes anymore. But your 5.5 is old. I didn't do a type on it. I think it's somewhere between 6 and 8. I don't think it is because it's got a tall knob. I don't think it's that old because I think when did they go to the tall knob? My 6s have shorties. Maybe it was around 8 that they went to the tall knob. Spill plane is what, $24? Yeah, but still, it's like it does not have a use. It'd be cool. I'm the same way. It's like I might as well just buy it. Especially if it's only 20. Why do I not have it already if it's only $25? I think they have a spill plane. I'm gonna make my own. Because why wouldn't you? And you don't need. She's 66 for the spill. 66 US, so it's still under $100. It's terrible that's where my brain did. It's like it's under $100. It's free shipping. Sorry, I'll have to check it out. It's pre-war though. I knew it was. I was picturing it being somewhere around like the 30s. But I don't know. Like I would have to go through the blood and gore. What is it? Frank's hot sauce and gore website. Steve's violence and gore or something. I don't remember. And it's got you answer the questions like, does it have this or this? And you pick that one, and it goes to the next branch, and you work your way down the tree. Using up scrap to make cool little fire starters. Yeah, nice. Sometimes I just take shavings off the edge of a board just to make little curlies. And then you make them, drip some little wax into them in egg cups or whatever, make fire starters. Patrick, that's him. Blood, Frank's red hot sauce and gore. Yeah, Patrick, that's him. He's fun to talk to, one of those straight shooting guys that says something sucks when it sucks. I do that too. Like TikTok. And Pepsi. And Doja Cat. And Arkansas. Still not really sure why I just decided to hate Arkansas tonight, but they deserve it, I guess. It's what they get for not having a coast. I'm gonna have another smoke. I'm having fun again tonight, you guys. I gotta make music for 3 hours tomorrow. I gotta play my guitar and sing songs for 3 hours tomorrow. Oh, Pittsburgh doesn't suck. Pittsburgh is awesome. It's like my favorite region of the U.S. Has anyone ever come across a running dovetail joint? Sliding. If you mean sliding dovetail, I have come across that. I've never heard of it referred to it. I've never heard of a running dovetail. So unless that's just another way of saying sliding dovetail, then no, I haven't heard of that. Lee Valley sells some nice Arkansas stones. Well, they suck. Did you mean the skew rabbit? Yeah, the skew rabbit block plane. They got a left and a right. And I would have to get them both because let me move this so I don't have the light right in my face. There we go. Too much. Too much. Stop there. Okay. Like those seem like fun little planes to have. Tapered dovetail, the kind that's also a wedge. Yeah, well, tapered sliding dovetail is a form of sliding dovetail. Right? You make a sliding dovetail and then you taper it in so that it locks. It jams itself, wedges itself shut. It's where the pins and tails run through the piece of wood. What? Pins and tails always run through the piece of wood. Unless it's a half blind dovetail. Doesn't go all the way through a piece of wood. I only have the big one, not the block. I want the left and the right hand skew block plane. That's what I want. Ended up with 4 of their block planes already. NX60, that one. And the normal in high and low angle. I only have the NX60 and the apron plane for little guys. Oh, that's it, the DX60. That's not NX. The NX60, the fancy like spaceship looking chrome dealy. Is that one? You got one of those? You might have a problem. I might change my answer. You might have a problem if you got that one. The fancy all chrome spaceship looking one that's like $600. We are gonna have to have a talk if you bought that, because taper on a sliding glove tail will help capture some glue. It'll also lock that joint together real nice. Running dovetails differ from half-blind dovetail joints where the tails are only partially visible on the dovetail and the pins are fully exposed. No, wait. Tails are only partially visible on the outside of the joint. In a running dovetail, the pins and tails are fully exposed. Isn't that just a regular dovetail? Hold on. After I'm done my smoke, I'm going to pull this drawer out and we're going to look at a couple different kinds of dovetails. I love how chunky the normal one. The DX, not the stain. Okay, so you got this one. This one that I currently have hockey tape on the outside of, which is going to be a tip in the upcoming box video. In case you're wondering why there's hockey tape on the side of my DX60. That one was there in front of me when I was in Canada. It was a hard choice. I don't know if it would be a hard choice for me. That's a lot of money for a little plane. I mean, if I was going to spend that kind of money on a plane, I would probably call Conrad and just spend more. Almost bought it because I was on a special trip. Yeah, It's weren't you on a special trip to like? I thought your special trips to Canada were to like bootleg Mastercraft products. I thought you were a Mastercraft bootlegger. That's why you go to Canada. What I discovered on one of my projects, Model T truck. You got a Model T? Dovetail shaped tongue and groove. I was curious about how it's done with hand tools. Yeah, a dovetail shaped tongue and groove would be a sliding dovetail. Conrad won't talk to you for. That's what I'm saying. If I was going to spend $600 on a little mini block plane, I would spend more than that, and I would go talk to Conrad. And I cannot see that ever happening. I cannot ever foresee being in a place in my life where I would be comfortable spending that kind of money on a plane. I love hand planes. I love beautiful things. That is not a thing that I ever foresee being able to do. Wish I would have bought it now. It's really hard to find. What was it when you saw it? Because I thought it was like, I thought the new price on it was like $580 or something. I have an uncle with a Model A. His sister used it for her wedding. Oh, sweet. That'd be cool. Since we're talking about old cool things earlier, I'm gonna be one of those. I'm already getting close to being an old cool thing. I'm not cool. No. My kid used to think I was cool. I think. Yeah, pretty sure. He probably will again one day. It's like 2018, it was about $450. Yeah. Didn't buy it because it was so expensive. Yeah. So when we realized for resale though, yeah. Well, you don't buy it. That if you bought it for $450, you wouldn't sell it for $6. If you bought it for $450, you wouldn't sell it. That's one of the ones. That's one of those ones that where you're like, this one is mine, and it will be passed down to. You're in a 2-piece band. I'm in a 3-piece band. The bass guy is not. It doesn't exist. Me and my buddy Mike and my buddy Seth, but he's hard to hear. Seth is hard to hear. He doesn't. His sound doesn't really pierce that well. And also, we aren't. We aren't tweaked well in terms of our sound. We're just enjoying jamming and playing and stuff. Oh, glitch. We are miking ourselves up and trying to get some decent recordings where everyone is at a good level on the recording. And so that when we get a good version of a thing, the recording is nice and clean. And then I will play a bass line over the top of it as though there were a bass player playing. And then for some songs, I may put a cello line in. Because shut up. If your 15-year-old thinks you're cool, there's something wrong with him. I think he thinks that I am cool in some ways. I think he thinks that some of the things that I do are cool. But yeah. He would never admit it. It's a good point. He would never admit that I'm cool. Like, I'm the coolest of all his friends' dads, probably. Maybe not. I don't know. Cellos are awesome, Gretchen. Thank you. Every time I tell people I'm getting a cello, they say, why? Like, that's not the right answer. The right answer is like, wow, sweet. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'm happy for you is the right answer. Why is not the right answer. Shut up. That's why. Oh, coming up on 2 hours. We'll probably get close to wrapping this along, tying it up in a little bow. Like I said, I got to play for 3 hours tomorrow. I'm a featured musician somehow. Technically I'm busking, but I am one of the musicians at one of the stations of an event that's happening in town celebrating a trail loop that goes around our community. So at one of the refreshment stations on this trail loop that is being celebrated this weekend, I am the musician for 3 hours tomorrow. I have my set list. I'm all ready. I'm going to do 4 sets of 5. Why do I have 6 on that last one? Did I do something twice? Hold on. I thought I had 4 sets of 5, but that last one has 6. No matter. Name this one, the one where Pinnell gets fired. The one where Pinnell gets a promotion. 3:30 comes too soon. All right, later. Later, my friend. 3:30 in the morning? You got to wake up at 3:30 in the morning? You find a better job. That job sucks. Why is everybody saying that stay happy, stay happy? I said, really think about getting it wrapped up. I didn't say that we're done. Have fun tomorrow. It does sound almost like work. Well, I'm getting paid. So it is a job that I'm going to go do. But I mean, I'm playing over the course of the 3 hours. I'm going to play for probably 25-ish minute sets times 4. I was fishing this morning at 5 a.m. 5, I mean, is not unreasonable. I still don't want to do it, but it's the whole blend painting. No, just me and a guitar and a music stand, and I'm not even plugged in. It's more of a busking type situation, but I'm paid. I have my case out in case people. The problem with busking these days is that people just don't carry change anymore. So, but we'll see. Doesn't matter. I can make $0 in my guitar case and still come away with a profit tomorrow. So. Mic unplugged. Yeah. People here have a poster with their Venmo QR. I don't even have a Venmo. I could have my Square. I could have my little square thing, and you could tap, and I could set up an auto. I could probably set. This is a good point. I could probably set up an auto tap that's like tap your card to give me $2, and just have it be always set to take $2 from the next card that gets tapped. I think I could probably set that up. Should have looked into that before right now. It's a pretty good idea, though, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Be like, I'd take tap, just have it on a little stand. Just have it on my music stand. People could just walk up and just tap it, and it'll just say like tap to give me $2, and they can just come up and go beep beep. Getting Venmo is 5 minutes process. Yeah, but it sounds like another thing. Like I just don't want to have another thing. Like you PayPal me or Cash App me or Venmo me or direct debit or Square or e-transfer or super chat or Patreon or what percent do they take? That's another. Well, I mean, but if it is just like any or none, then what percent they take is kind of irrelevant, I guess. But I agree with you that like when people, it's super annoying when people are trying to give you $2 and you get $1 of it. Like when if people do super chats on YouTube, and if they do it from an iPhone, like Apple takes the first 30% of it, and then Google takes 30% of whatever's left before it even gets to me. And then I get taxed on it. Last craft show I did, over 50% of payments were Venmo. I've done a lot of craft shows and I have never asked. I mean, it might just be a difference between Canadian and American. I've never had anybody ask if I take Venmo. Never even come up in conversation. Cash is quickly becoming obsolete. Sure is. Yeah. Use a plastic card for everything since 1998. I always carry some cash on me just because of reliability of payment processors and things. It's like you go to the store and they're like, oh, our debit's down, and you're like, they can't take cards, but I already poured my coffee and I'm drinking it, or whatever. I usually have, less than $100, but more than 40. I usually have between $40 and $100 of cash just in my wallet, cause. Ready to use PayPal even if Muskrat was part of its founding. Yeah, PayPal. Unfortunately, there are some things that, like Patreon. When I cash out my Patreon, it goes to PayPal. Like it gets taken out of Patreon, goes into PayPal, and then I have to cash it out of PayPal. It's like the only way that you can cash out Patreon is to send it to a PayPal account. We're in the process of removing all pennies. We removed all pennies. Marv? When would that have been? Marv probably just knows off the top of his head. Or he'll look it up. I want to say 2015. Feels like it was about a decade ago that we got rid of pennies and we started rounding everything to the nearest 5 cents. 2013, February 4th, 2013. I was close. That's pretty close. It was 12 years ago instead of 10, but. And we turned our $1 and $2 bills into coins a long time ago. We stopped carrying $1 and $2 bills in at least 25 years ago. The loony's been around since early 90s? No. Been a long time. Or probably early 90s. It might have been even like 1990. And then the toonie was like 5, 6-ish years after that. Yeah. The loony was before Cobain died. This is like before and after Cobain died is like a timeline. So early 90s and then about 5-ish years after that, the two buck went away. There's some videos of facilities with 4 feet deep ocean of pennies. Bulldozers pushing them around, recycling in furnaces. They melt them down and make copper with them. $1 and $2. Yeah, Marv's got it again. 89 and 96. Oh, I was close again. I said like 90 and then about 5 years later. So like that's pretty good. Love the plastic Canadian money. Yeah, it's nice, right? It can go through the washing machine by accident. Still good. All right, Paul's back. Good stuff. I don't think I have one of the glow-in-the-dark loonies. I don't think I have a glow-in-the-dark one. I don't think I have one of the black rim toonies. Those are slick. The like gunmetal colored outside ring of the toonies. Those are slick looking coins. Pennies aren't copper. Cheap zinc with copper plating. Yeah, but when you recycle it, you melt it down and then it separates out, doesn't it? Into the zinc and the copper. So it was in 89 and 96 when Monopoly quit making notes for you guys. I always felt weird getting Canadian money to spend. It's another better system that we have. Like, why is all your fucking money green? You gotta actually look. I can open my wallet and I can look. I can go like this and I can see that one's pink. That's a 50. That one's blue. That's a 5. That one's purple. That one's 10. I don't know why all your money's green. Use a better system. When a better system exists, you go to that. And they don't rip, you don't go grab it out of your wallet and it rips in half on you. And use the better systems. Americans, God. Fahrenheit's stupid. Feet and inches is stupid. Having all green money is stupid. Arkansas is stupid. You get warts on your tip down at the Gulf Shores, Arkansas, Alabama. The colored bill. It's so good, right? Not being able to rip or folding. Yeah. We're just better. We pay more for them in taxes because we need to remove the worn out paper and make new ones. Yeah. You're just a bunch of idiots. Okay, enough. Unsubscribe. All right, let's wrap it up. Now, on that note, now that I've called Americans, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Make better decisions. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you next week. If you want, I will accept your stupid green money. You can send it to me. I will take care of it for you. I will use it to buy more Veritas planes. A few years back, Central Bank had to ask people to turn in their pennies because they were running low. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week. Project video next week. Spoons, multiple spoons and spatulas next week. And then paint cabinet box cubby thing. And some other stuff. Bye, everybody. Stupid green money and your Fahrenheits.